Comic Book Savant Extra, Episode 11. Welcome back to the Comic Book Savant Podcast. I'm your host, James Harris. This is another episode of Extra, where I give you an extra little episode going over just things that are a little bit more personal to me, off the beaten path of what the normal content that I give you guys, but still in the realm of comic books. You guys really have been digging this whole concept. It just started out as a concept that I didn't know where it was going to necessarily go to, and it's grown into its own thing, and I look forward to doing these episodes because I can cut loose a little bit more. It's no sponsors, no ads or anything in it. It's just me talking to you guys personally, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. So one of the episodes I do under Extra is my comic book hauls, to let you guys know what I've been picking up month to month. So with that being said, I'm going to go into what I picked up back, last month. June just ended, so I'm going to talk about my pickups for June. I actually been ordering a few physical comics. I know that's a big step for me because I'm pretty much digital. Just things that I'm talking about that's in the works. I've been getting some physical comics in. I'm still mostly everything I'm buying is digital, but I've placed a few floppy orders as well. So some of the stuff that I ordered that'll be coming in the next month or two, but I ordered that stuff this month, as well as a mix of digital comics I bought on the spot. So with that being said, it's not in alphabetical order, but it's in an order, but not alphabetical. So I ordered Avengers issues 4 through 5 this past month. I ordered Animosity Volume 3, the Swarm trade paperback. If you haven't checked it out yet, I did a great review on Animosity. It's by Aftershock Comics. I did a review on Volume 1 of the series on the YouTube channel, so check that out over there. I really love the series, and I think last month I had ordered the second one, so I ordered the third because it was in the previous catalog up to order. So I ordered that third trade because it'll be coming out, I think, the end of July, I want to say. Now? Yeah, because I ordered it last month. So yeah, I think it's going to be coming out July or beginning of August, one or the other. I always get confused when ordering out of the previous catalog. I also placed an order for Justice League issues 3 and 4, Justice League Dark issue 1, Justice League Odyssey issue 1, the new Amazing Spider-Man series issues 1 and 2. So those were my floppy or physical comics that I ordered that I'll be getting, I guess, July, August. Like I said, it all gets bumbled in my brain when I order physical comics, because I'm so used to now just buying them digitally. Now we're going to get into my digital buys. I picked up Oblivion Song issues 1 through 3. I paid before. All these are excluding tax because I don't keep that good records. But I paid for the issues themselves. I got the 3 issue set for $5.37 on Comixology. For all the digital comics I'm talking about, when I talk about the digital purchases I made, all come through Comixology. That's my main. The main site that I use to get my digital comics. So I picked up those on discount because they reduced. The cool thing about Image, they reduced their comics. After a month, they dropped down to $1.99, and then for my Comixology Unlimited, I get another percentage off. So I think instead of paying $1.99, I pay like $1.79 or something like that per issue. So I got those for a total of $5.37. I got Walking Dead 179. I got that for $1.79. Ironic. I saw that they issued the 2005 through 2006 series that Dan Slott was. I think it was the first big thing that Slott wrote at Marvel, and I think it was canceled after like 8 issues or something like that. But they had the first issue just up for free. I always check the link on Comixology for free issues. They'll just randomly add issues for free of like Marvel or Image Comics or just different publishers. They'll throw out a free issue here and there, so I always just snatch it when I see something like that. I didn't have it in my collection already, so I clicked on it and added it to my collection. It was free. I finished my run of the Fantastic Four that I wanted to pick up with Carlos Pacheco writing and doing art. So I picked up the rest of that run. I had searched it out and had it in my wish list, and I have been picking up those issues because it was like a 10 or 12 or some odd issue run. So I had picked all those issues up. So I picked up issues 41 through 50, and I paid a grand total of $8.50 for those issues. I picked up issues 2 through 8 to finish off my run of the 2003 to 2004 Hawkeye series that I had totally forgot about. And I've been obsessed with Hawkeye lately for some reason, reading all or as many Hawkeye comic books as possible. So I'm going back, getting like every series I can find. I didn't have this one, so I picked that up. The rest of that series, it was 8 issues, I think. And so I had already picked up issue 1, and I went back and got the rest. I got Legend of Korra Turf War Part 2 trade paperback digitally. They had it on sale for $3.99. I already had got a physical copy of that coming to me, if it hasn't already come. I can't remember. But I wanted it digitally. My wife loved the Legend of Korra and cartoon. So I wanted to get that digitally so she can sign into my Comixology account and read that. So let's see. So that's that. Oh, I picked up digitally. They had the DC Nation, kind of like their DC Nation is like, I guess, their previews, their free little previews thing that they'll give out in comic shop sometime. They had that on Comixology, and just trying to get a heads up because since I'm doing some preview stuff, some digital stuff to kind of see the previews of what's coming. So I grabbed that to help me order some stuff going forward. I picked up What If issue 114. Got that for 85 cents. I picked up All New Hawkeye, which was the Hawkeye series from 2015, issues 4 and 5, to finish out the first story arc because I had the other issues, so I just grabbed those. I picked up Uncanny X-Men. I don't know what issue. I forgot to write the issue down. That sucks. But I picked up an Uncanny X-Men issue, and I paid $1.70 for it. I don't know what issue it was because I forgot to write it down. Oh, I picked up 2 issues, actually. That's right. I picked up the origin story of the Juggernaut. After seeing Deadpool, I was obsessed with seeing the true origin because I had never read it in the comics. Let me see if I can find a receipt to tell you exactly what issues it was. Because I try to keep all the receipts in order so I can go back later if I miss anything. I can't believe I missed that. But I don't know, the past few months, I've been reading so much and you guys have definitely rejuvenated my just my love for just reading comics. So I've been going like crazy recently. Okay, so I picked up Uncanny X-Men issues 12 and 13. So they were 85 cents a piece, so I ended up getting those 2 issues for $1.70. That's the first appearance in the origin of Juggernaut. So I picked that up as well. I can't believe I left that out. Put everything but the issue numbers. I was able to pick up Star Wars Darth Vader Dark Lord of the Sith Volume 2 Legacies End trade paperback. That was on sale. I got it for $4.67. I did a review for the first trade on the YouTube channel as well, the first volume of that series. This is the one that's done by Charles Soule. It's really good, so I wanted to read the next one. I picked up Invincible Iron Man the 2016. That's the one with Riri Williams. I picked up issues 2 through 5 because I had the first issue, so I got the rest of the first story arc. I picked up those issues for a total of $3.40. I got Batman Dark Victory trade paperback. They had those on. They had some DC. They had a DC sale going on Comixology, so I picked up a couple of trades that I've been wanting. I got Dark Victory for $5.99. I got Teen Titans by Jeff Johns Book 1 for $5.99. Then I also it was a sale where I think it was like it was a 50% off code for Marvel trades. So I picked up. I've talked about this series so many times in the past on the show. Kirkman did a Marvel. They gave him a Marvel team up series. This was one of the last things I think with this and Ant-Man, and maybe I think he was doing like Deathlock or Full Killer, maybe it was. This was some of the last work that Kirkman did over at Marvel, and it's really good stuff. He did his Marvel team up series. It ran about 25 issues, give or take, I want to say. It's collected in 4 trades. Now they're digital. They were hard to find because they were out of print. I had these physical before I got rid of my collection, and I've talked about it for the longest time, but they were hard to find, and if you did find them, they were rather expensive because they were out of print. Now I'm assuming that you can get these physically now. I think they've been reprinted, or they've just been converted over digitally so you can get them. So they had a 50% off sale or code that you could put in. So I just ended up getting the whole series in one shot because it was such a good deal. So I got the Marvel Team Up Volume 1 Golden Child trade paperback for $3.39. I got Marvel Team Up Volume 2 Master of the Ring trade paperback, $4.24. Marvel Team Up Volume 3 League of Losers trade paperback for $2.54. And then I got Marvel Team Up Volume 4 Freedom Ring trade paperback for $4.24. So for what we're talking about here? For like $15, I got the whole series. It's just fun. If you've ever read Kirkman's Irredeemable Ant-Man and you liked it, you will love this series. You will absolutely love this series. If you've ever read that, it's worth picking up. And you can get it digitally. I don't know again if it's reprints of the physical trades are out now, but at least they have been mastered for digital consumption, and I had to pick them up. And then I also picked up, last but not least, I picked up 52 Volume 1. It's a new edition of the original 52 series that DC did back 10 or some odd years ago. And you can get them in 2 volumes now. Before they were collected in 4 trades, but now they have them just broken down into 2 trades. So since the DC sale was going on, I went back and got Volume 1 and Volume 2. So I got all 52 issues. I want to go back and revisit that. And I might be doing a retrospective type review on 52 because I haven't really talked about it since it first came out. And it was the hottest thing going on in comics that was going on at the time. A weekly book. First time a weekly book was done. 4 different writers, multiple different artists working on the book. It was definitely, I think, after they did this and it was successful, they did Countdown and they kept doing like these weekly events and they got worse as they went on. But 52 was just mega successful. We got Black Adam elevated to the forefront, The Question, Renee Montoya. It was so much good stuff. Booster Gold, so many good things spun out of 52. So I want to go back and read it because I haven't really read it since it finished up all these years later. I never went back to it, so I wanted to pick that up to go back and check that out because it was such a big part of history and it was so big a part of the launching of the show because that was going on shortly into my tenure doing the podcast. So I definitely want to go back and revisit that and see how it holds up all these years later. For sure. But that was all my pickups. Like I said, I'm picking up some physical, which is different for me. It's kind of an adjustment because I don't really read too many physical comics that much anymore. But I picked up some. If you haven't been aware, if I haven't made you guys aware, there's a lot of big stuff coming up next month. Next month is a huge month. It's the anniversary of the show. We're going to be 13 years old. It's again, it's like I said, I've never thought I would make it this far doing this, and I'm not just doing this. It's expanding. It's more than just a podcast now. I'm just branding it as a show because it's crossing over. I'm doing the content on YouTube. I'm growing. I'm doing more audio. I'm doing more video. I'm trying to give you guys more content to consume. I'm getting a little bit more personal. I think I'm kind of finding my center spot. I've had a lot of ups and downs on what I wanted this show to be. Who I am doing the show, and I think I found my comfortable spot finally after almost 13 years. I'm extremely happy with what I put out to you guys. I feel like I'm sharing more of me personally and what goes behind why I picked the things I picked to talk about and why they mean so much to me. I can tell those kind of backstories to you guys, and you guys are responding to it. And I'm having more fun probably than I ever have 13 years in. Now I'm just, finding my groove, and you guys have been along the way, and you've supported me so much, and I just have to say thank you. And it's going to be crazy stuff. It's so much stuff going on behind the scenes that I can't talk about right now, but it's going to be a ton of giveaways, a lot of stuff rolling out. It's going to be a lot of changes coming also in August. So if you're not following me on social media, do that. It's going to pay off. Trust me. Subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. There's great content there, and it's all for a reason. It's all for a reason. And also check into the website as well. It's a lot of stuff going on, and I want you guys to be wired in so you can partake upon the celebration. It's going to be a month-long celebration in August, celebrating 13 years of the podcast, and maybe 13 more. Am I going to put that on myself? Maybe, because I feel like we're just getting started in this new direction that I'm trying to carve out for the show and where I want to take it. So I'm super psyched about it, and I hope you guys continue to be along for the ride for that. Like I always say in life, my best is yet to come, and I honestly believe that. So with your help, it will. So with that being said, I'm going to let you guys go. Again, follow me on social media. You can find all the links on comicbooksavant.com. And I will see you guys next week for another episode of Comic Book Savant. You guys take care and have a good weekend. And see you soon.